everyone, today I'm with another episode of Home Away from Home, and today I'm with a very special guest, Andy. So I'll let him introduce.
Hi, I'm Andy. I'm the International Student Support Advisor here at BNU. Thanks for
So
having me.
thank you. Thanks for joining us today, Andy. And how does it feel like after winning the Union Awards?
Yeah, it's great. I'm really pleased to have won. I think what was it, Professional Service Employee Partner of the Year, which sounds a lot. But yeah,
It's such a big achievement within this short time that you have been with.
yeah,
And the students nominating itself is like a big award.
exactly. Yeah, I'm really thankful. I've only been here since September last year, and to think I've made an impact already on the student experience has been
Definitely,
it's
yeah.
been really good. It's been really humbling.
I was like really proud. I was like, oh,
Oh, thank you.
you. I was like, yes, come on, Auntie.
Yeah,
And
thank you as well.
how do you feel like a bit like more responsible like afterwards? Like, is it like a,
Yeah, I feel like I've got. I mean, I'm
you
an
have to
award
keep
winner
up the
now. I've
standard?
got to. Yeah, I can't let my standard drop, and I wouldn't.
Yeah, you do never.
It's for me to give our international students the best experience that I can, and is really important to me. I mean, I many years ago worked at Bucks Students' Union, and since then the motto of making life better for students at Bucks has stayed with me.
Yeah.
So that's, although I don't work for the student union anymore, that's still my sort of
Yeah.
driving goal.
Like a home away from home for you.
Exactly, yeah. The student union is a home away from home.
Not
for me.
promoting my campaign at all. So you're the only, I think you're one of the staff members who experienced the student life in BNU.
Yeah.
Then you work closely with the student union.
Yeah.
And then now you're working for the university. So you have that whole experience.
Yeah.
And you kind of, I think you could relate more to students from that perspective and experience.
100%. Yeah. If I find, I had a really good experience here at BNU. I really enjoyed my time, and it was, for me, it was. I would always say it was the student union that made my experience. So when I meet students, especially the international students I meet, I will always encourage them to get involved with the student union as much as possible, because I mean, there's so much on offer, and it's all for free.
Yeah, everything is free thanks to Big Deal.
Thanks to the Big Deal, and we are the only university in the country to be able to offer that as well.
Yeah. And that's why we're the #1 student union in the
Exactly.
UK. Yay.
There is a reason. I always say there is a reason why Bucks Student Union is #1, and it is thanks to the Big Deal and everything that we can offer to build our students into like well-rounded individuals. You're not just here for your degree. You
Yeah.
can get all of those additional skills along the way.
So now we're going to completely talk about international students.
Yeah.
And how do you think from you started in September? You said you started in September till now. What are, in terms of international student engagement? What are the big changes, or what are the big achievements that you could think of?
So, I think, I mean, not to be egotistical, but I think I've had a big impact on student experience. I think, which was my role. That's why, I mean, the thing that I really have to remember with my role is my role came about because it was something that students wanted. Students like you campaigned and fought for to get somebody in my role.
I didn't tell them to promote. It's really like, oh, I didn't do it.
No, but I think that's really important for me to always remember that I'm here because it's something that students wanted. So I'll always work hard to try and improve that. So a big thing for me is, especially at Union Awards, was seeing students that I've met and worked with along the year being nominated and winning awards for their contribution to our sort of university community.
To be honest, I was like, I was really proud and I was really happy. I could contribute something, and when you won the award, I was like really proud because I kind of felt like I could contribute something, towards betterment of international students, and I couldn't never ask for better results than you in that
Oh,
role.
thank you. I really
And it
appreciate
just,
it.
yeah, because what I wanted from that campaign was to have like someone to support students, and you, I couldn't think about anyone else now because you're doing that job so perfectly.
Thank you.
And I have personally witnessed how supportive you are towards students, how patiently you're listening to them, and the way you encourage them to involve in everything.
Yeah.
It's the efforts that you're taking is incredible.
Oh, thank
And
you.
I'm glad that we could recognize that, you know, efforts that you're taking, and hope you continue to do the same.
Yeah.
Game.
I 100% will. I mean, a big thing for me is like one of the big issues. It's not really a big issue, but one
Yeah.
of the main things that I'm working with at the moment with course leaders and everything like that is attendance and engagement.
Yeah, that, yeah. I
So
think we had this meeting a couple of weeks ago,
yeah,
and now as well.
yeah.
So
So it's the best way to succeed is turning up,
yeah,
and it's not only just turning up because you have to, because it's a visa requirement and you have to like get your course. It's also turning up for yourself in a way. I mean, the moving to a different country to study in a language that's not your own,
yeah,
in a way that, like the way we teach here is different and the way people study here is different. Um, it's a huge thing, and it's really important for us as the university to remember that we have to do everything we can to support students in getting here.
And I think from my personal experience, because I'm an international student as well, but I had same kind of concerns when I started. I was like, am I going to fit in because this is a new place, new people, a new academic style? Everything is completely new.
It
Because
is.
I was like came as a empty notebook, like, you know, all I wanted to have like improve myself and have that experience. And I kind of once you start in uni, just explore everything. Just make most of it. That's my
Yeah,
like one
literally.
advice to you. And if you don't try, then you won't improve at all. Like, you know,
Exactly. Yeah.
just go for it.
You've-
Don't think about anything else. Just go for it.
Exactly. Like you've got to shut for yourself.
Yeah.
Because it's a big thing for me is like if students have a worry or a concern, I'd rather them tell me, let me try and figure it out and work on it.
Yeah.
Let them focus on their studies and their work. Like if you've got concerns about like, oh, like, am I going to be able to find a job, or um, worried about when you can work during like
Yeah,
vacation
full time.
periods and
Yeah.
things like that. Just let me figure all that out.
Just came to us.
Yeah,
Come to us.
give us your questions. We'll figure it out. You focus on studying and getting like
Yeah.
the
Just
best out of everything you
that
can.
that is the important thing about being you. Like, we're providing the support. You just have to reach out to us.
Exactly.
And that's why we're doing this podcast to recognize, you know, this is Andy, this is our international student advisor. So if you have any concerns or queries, there is no small questions or big questions.
No.
Everything, every query of you is important to us, and we are all ears to listen to you.
Yeah.
And we would make sure that we try to, you know, support you the in the best
best
way
way we can,
possible.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I
And
think
just reach out to
there's
us.
no silly questions either.
There is no silly questions, and you are important and you are valuable for us.
Yeah.
That is, we are reiterating
Yeah.
that facts.
100%.
So one of my other question is like, you know, the settling in for international students.
Yeah.
I know home students also, it is a big, you know, change
It is a big
coming
change,
to
yeah.
university, but for international students it became a bit more like difficult, specifically if the English is their second language.
Yeah.
So what kind of support are we providing? Is there anything that we have in plan to kind of give them confidence?
Yeah, looking forward to September. We're trying to broaden our sort of welcome week activities, and I don't want to just last just for that 1 week.
Yeah.
So we're going to be trying to do things throughout the year.
Like a refreshing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So an important thing for me is So I always do like a little talk during Welcome Week, just to sort of introduce the Directorate for Student Success. Um, but then recently I've been going into lectures, sort of like we had an intake start in the start of April. Um, so I've been going into their lectures over the last few weeks, just to sort of introduce myself again, introduce what we offer, and that's been really good as well.
So it was like there's one lecturer in business analyst school. Her name is Tessa.
Tessa, yeah, she's fantastic.
I really love her because she's one of those lecturers who reach out to actually, want to make that difference for students.
Yeah.
And I'm like, really, Tessa, I love you so much for all the efforts that you're doing, and keep doing the best. And we will try to make sure that we'll support you in any way we can as well. So I'm going to one of those lectures as well to kind
Yes.
of extend the support next week.
Fantastic.
Hopefully it's about, because attendance, as we mentioned before, is one of the biggest challenges that we're facing. Students, this is an advice from a fellow international student. I think this is a lifetime opportunity. If you're a master's student or undergraduate student, please make sure that you're using this experience, or this time
Yeah,
to make most out of it, because you're never going to get this back.
no, exactly.
And
And I think,
just I know there will be concerns, there will be doubts. You will be not confident to talk to people because of because there is a stigma in
exactly.
people.
So one of the things that, so our multi-faith chaplain, Imam Haseeb, he is fantastic.
Yeah,
So the multi-faith chaplaincy supports people of all faith and none.
yeah,
So it's not entirely a religious thing. But one of the things that the chaplaincy do is we run like a hot drinks trolley.
yeah, hot drink trolley, yeah,
So it's like free tea and coffee
and a chat.
and a chat. So we're trying to broaden that now. So maybe like once a week, I'll be there at the tea trolley, because predominantly it's our international students that use it for some
Yeah.
reason. I don't know why it's for all students to use, so please make the most of it.
Yeah,
But
a coffee before the lecture is always worth it.
exactly, and it's free.
It's free, yeah.
But we're going to be putting in like a conversation sort of cafe. So international students, if you're not entirely confident in your English, and you don't want to look sort of, it's not about looking stupid, or you just, because you're not, you're a university student, you're incredibly smart. It's a big thing about me is the confidence in English. So I want to make a relaxed environment, this conversation cafe with the tea trolley, and we can talk in English about anything. It doesn't have to be academic, it doesn't have to be sort of well-being related, it could be about sport, it could be about TV, music, culture, and it's just a place for students to practice English in a relaxed environment where they won't feel pressure to have perfect English, and they can work on it and improve things.
That's good actually, because when it comes to this was one of the challenges, because they struggle with academic language
Yeah.
as well. So digital literacy is one of the challenge that we face. So is there any plans that we're planning to do to improve that, or like trainings or something that
Yeah, it's definitely something we're looking for. Well, our next intake is September, so that's what we're planning for at the moment. We're definitely going to have like drop-in sessions where, if you're not sure about like Microsoft Word and PowerPoint, or even just how to use a computer, pop in, see us. We can go through things with you. We will always make the time for students.
No, we used to have, so when I was an international students executive officer, as a part of my role, I used to do like drop-in sessions for international
Yeah.
students once a month, but it was like half of my, like after 6 months in my role. So we used to have like drop-in sessions for academic language, writing and stuff like that,
Yeah,
settling in.
exactly.
Uh,
A team that we have here that's not talked about enough, I don't think, is the SLA team, Student
Yeah,
Learning
yeah,
and
yeah.
Experience. So, Student Learning and Achievement, sorry.
SLA is such a lifesaver.
SLA. People do not use them enough. So they can help out with sort of going through your assignment briefs, making sure you understand it, going through your feedback, making you understand that as well. because you will always get feedback on your assignments, and they can help with the academic language and all of that sort of stuff, referencing and all that jazz.
Referencing, paraphrasing.
Yeah.
It's not what you think paraphrasing is
Yes.
till you go to SLA.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's not copy paste, and that is one of the problems that home students face as well, because
Exactly. Yeah.
paraphrasing for like our students is like copy and paste and using the tools.
Exactly. I think like as a student, I think I used them. I
Yeah.
went along because I wasn't sure on something, and they were so helpful.
Yeah, they're so helpful and so approachable.
Yeah.
Just just you just need to reach out to everyone.
Exactly.
That
Yeah.
is,
Exactly.
take that initiative.
Reach out to everyone. You'll never bother any of us.
Yeah,
Um,
no one.
I mean, without students, we don't have a job. So
Because our first priority is students, because like you said, if you don't have, we
Yeah.
don't exist without your existence.
yeah, exactly.
So yeah, that's one of the things. And in terms of international students, what are the most, the most or the biggest concern international students come up with?
So some of the biggest things is like a big thing in the UK is the cost of living.
Yeah. That's,
So there is a cost of living crisis at the moment, but we are trying to do all we can to support. So the Students' Union have some fantastic initiatives.
oh.
So like we've got the monthly
Monthly meals.
the Monday monthly meals. I always get that wrong. It's very tongue twister.
That's Brandon did it.
Yeah, cheers, Brandon. Yeah, so the monthly Monday meals, which is like a meal pack,
Yeah, it's like a
HelloFresh
HelloFresh
sort of thing.
milk.
And then we've got the Bucks meal,
They're free meals,
free
yeah.
meals, which is on a Tuesday, Thursday, and a Sunday.
Sunday, yeah.
So yeah, you can always go get a hot meal from the Student Union.
Yeah,
on
after
those
5
days.
o'clock, all you have to bring is your student ID. You don't have to pay anything. You just grab your dinner and enjoy.
Exactly.
That's it.
And then we've got things like Bucks New Usage as well, which is like our upcycling.
Yeah, cycling. Sustainability initiative.
Sustainability initiative, yes. So it's like homeware items that people can come and like collect from us at the Student Hub. It's all donated, so we rely on donations from people. So it's
It is like
it's tricky because sometimes we don't have anything.
because most of our utensils and everything that we have in Bucks New Usage is from the donations from our students who finished and some of the staff members. There may be some times that we don't have it, but it is always worth checking with us.
Yeah, it's always worth checking in.
Checking.
And what we've done in the past is if you are after anything in particular, like maybe we've had people who are really desperate for a kettle.
Or kettle. You can't survive in the UK
can't
without a kettle.
You cannot. Gotta have a cup of tea. So what you can do is just like, we can take your student ID number, and then when we get one of those things in, we can just drop you an email and be like, hi, we've got a kettle, we'll put it aside for you if you still want it.
Yeah. It's like you reach out to us, even if we don't have it at that time, we could still reach out to you when we get that thing
Exactly,
in.
yeah.
So, also there's no like, there is something called food hub in Student Hub.
Yeah,
I heard about it last week, and
yeah.
it's really good.
So we do run a food bank.
Food bank, yeah.
So the way to access our food bank is through a referral from our safeguarding team, and we're looking at other ways of referring at the moment. So this is for students who are really like in desperate need
Yeah.
of food. So what you will get is a couple of bags that has, it's like the monthly Monday meals. So it's got essential items in it for preparing food. And then Lucy and Emily and our team have been great and done like recipe cards
That's
of
great.
the meals that you can make with the food
It's
that's
like
provided.
everything we provide is like a HelloFresh.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's exactly like that.
We're not promoting HelloFresh
We're
at
not
all. It's not
promoting,
a paid promotion.
No, smokers can't coat it. But yeah, so that's one of the things we have. And then we've also been able to work with the food hub in town, where students are able to show their student ID card and get a basket of food for £3.50, which is really good.
Yeah, I think one thing that we we may have to, specifically students have to take into consider is these are the support for people who are actually in need.
Desperate.
Please don't misuse it, otherwise people who actually need it may not get it.
Exactly. Yeah.
So please be mindful of that. So do you actually need it?
Exactly.
If you actually need support and need that kind of support, come to us. But
Something that we also do in the student hub is
Yeah.
we do sort of we're able to offer home students financial support.
yeah,
However, just international students unfortunately aren't able to access that because of.
this is the visa.
Because of the
Yeah,
visa.
that's one of the challenges.
But that doesn't mean we can't give you advice and we can't give you support.
I mean,
so
the moral support is more.
exactly, yeah. So we've got our team can help with like budget planning and things like that. So we've got again, Lucy has designed like a fantastic budget planner. So you can like break down your costs each month and see where your money's going, see what you have left, plan for a rainy day. You get many rainy days in the UK thanks to the weather.
You cannot expect anything.
Yeah,
Weather is always a surprise. I was like, you have to carry your umbrella with you every time. Sunscreen, rarely.
yeah, yeah. So that's actually
One of the challenges.
it is one of the challenges. Yeah. So we find that in the first few weeks, one of the reasons that students are missing classes is because they're not
Coping with the weather.
coping with the weather. Depending on the time of year you come here, whether it's the 52 weeks of the year where it rains.
I think I started in October 11th, 2021, and that was too cold for me. That's supposed to be like a summerish vibes.
Yeah.
Okay?
October's my favourite month of the year weather-wise.
I was really cold. I was struggling with the cold at that time because the minimum temperature that we get back home is like 20 because we don't have winter at all.
Yeah.
I'm from southern part of India, so we don't have winter at all. It's like monsoon, summer, and autumn.
Yeah.
That's the only three weathers, and I was really struggling. And I think I will be the only person who is wearing the whole puffer jackets during summer, and everyone used to be like, "Is she okay?"
Yeah. It does get cold. It does get wet.
But I think now I'm like kind of
Yeah.
used to the weather.
So I
It's
think
been 2.5 years.
I think like the important thing to remember for students is like you pay the immigration health surcharge
Yeah.
as part of your application process.
Too much now.
It is.
It's gone up now.
It has gone up. That a general election has been announced, so that may
Yeah,
change.
vote in elections and
Yeah.
make changes.
So that may change depending on what happens
We're not
after the 4th of
promoting.
July.
We're not promoting any political parties.
Exactly.
We're just
No, impartial.
asking you to vote. We are impartial.
Use your voice. But yeah, you pay for that health surcharge. So please do make use of the NHS.
Yeah.
The NHS is a fantastic thing.
And you should. The
country.
important thing is you should register to your GP
Register
as soon as you arrive.
Yeah.
And how do they go about
So-
GP?
If you can find a GP locally,
Mm-hmm.
there's always ones around. If you're unsure, come and have a conversation with me.
Come and have a conversation with Andy.
Yeah.
I think it would be more useful for students to have a GP closer to where they live.
Exactly, yeah. So what
Yeah.
I'll do is we'll check your postcode, search doctors in that area, and then we'll have a look.
Yeah.
I've done this quite a few times. And then usually go through the reviews, see
Yeah.
which ones are the best
Yeah.
in the area. And then it's either a in-person or online registration. And then usually you'll need a letter from us with like
Yeah,
proof
yeah,
of address, which then we can
I
put
think
in
I
the
remember
request.
my days of registering for GP.
Yeah, we can put in the request at the same time as you're looking for your GP with us. We can't recommend which GP you join. That has to be the student's decision. But
We can recommend, like, suggest to you, like, these are the options.
yeah, we can give you your options.
And
so-
do we give support for students to fill the forms and
yeah,
stuff?
yeah, I
Cool.
can always sit down with people and go through the forms.
That's fantastic.
It's not a problem.
Because
at
a
all.
lot of students struggle with, what should I fill in this
It's
place?
confusing.
Yeah,
It
it's a
is
bit
confusing.
confusing.
Even for me as a native British person, it can be confusing sometimes.
And the other thing that I would like to say is, what do you think from a student who wanted to join BNU in September? what's your one advice for them?
Get involved as much as possible. That will always be my best advice.
Yeah.
You get out of your university experience what you put into it. So like I said before, you really have to show up for yourself. You have to push yourself out of your comfort zone a little bit sometimes, because that is when you will sort of thrive and achieve.
Yeah.
The support is always there. There is so much support within our university.
There's a lot of lovely people around you. We are such a such a small community.
We are.
But we are such a lovely bundle of people around.
Exactly.
Specifically us.
Yeah.
No.
We are great. Yeah, just get involved as much as possible. If we will always reach out to you as well. If we find that you're not engaging, you're not attending, please just do pick up our calls. We're never going to be like angry or annoyed. We want to be there. We want to support you in your journey.
Yeah. I just want to make sure that you are like okay, you're having your, best time at BNU, and if you're not having the best time, we would like to know why and how we can support and how we can make sure that you're okay.
Exactly. And if there's anything we can do to sort of change or put in place to try and make your experience the best it can be.
And in terms of preparations for international students, we have international students from different parts of the world.
Yeah.
We have like Southeast Asian students
Southeast Asian,
predominantly, but we do have like European Union students.
Yeah. We've got a lot of students from Africa.
Yeah,
as well.
Africa, and there's students from America and Canada.
Yeah, all over the place.
I know. What's your in terms of preparations? What do you suggest or advise them to have before coming to BNU?
I think come with an open mind.
Yeah.
An open mind and an open heart and a willingness to learn.
Fantastic. That's like really impressive.
Yeah.
Like short and on point.
That's the best thing. We're a really diverse community.
Yeah.
And I think our diversity is one of our strengths.
Our diversity and our community strength is one of the biggest backbones at BNU, and so that's why we are in a mission to make
home away from home.
BNU your home away from home.
Exactly. That's probably a good way to wrap up, actually,
isn't
it?
It's like, Andy, do you wanted to say something? So my last question is, why do you think home away from home campaign is relevant, or what makes it relevant? I'm going to use it for my promotion.
I think it makes it so relevant. I mean, it's not just for international students as well. I mean, from my experience when I was a student, I came here from Kent to High Wycombe, and now this is my home.
Yeah.
It's where I came, and I was made to feel so welcome by the student union, by other members within the university community, and I really felt supported here, and which is probably why I'm still here. I've left and come back. So campaigns like Home Away from Home are just fantastic for trying to reiterate that we want to give students the best experience possible.
Thanks, Andy.
Right,
that means a lot.
Much,
Thanks for the campaign. Thanks for the time. And do you have any questions for me?
No, I don't know. What are you having for lunch?
Yeah, I think I am not really a person who prefer healthy foods.
Okay. I'm probably going to get
but
some chips.
Today I'm trying something healthy. I have avocado chicken wrap. Stuff a bit fancy, but
I think I'm going to check out the lounge later.
Lunch. We have a home away from home meals. Suggest a meal thing on our lunch menu today. So I wanted to check out.
Check that out.
Yeah, we have like a whole series of home away from home special lunch menu today.
Right.
So check out.
Brilliant.
And
thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for making our students home away from home at BNU. And see you later.
Guys.
Bye.